What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. As pretty much everyone knows that follows the Power Play on Twitter and Instagram. I was at the Lightning Minnesota Wild game last night, and it was cool. I got the Fox Sports Florida girls wearing Power Play T-shirts, which, given the history, is a good sign. They're good sports, but everything. But I want to talk about serious business because that's what I'm all about. Victor Hedman played the best I've seen him play, and I've been in Tampa for 4 years. My first year in Tampa was his second year in the league. And it's funny, about a week ago my buddy texted me and said, you think Hedman can challenge for the Norris Trophy this year? And I said, challenge for the Norris Trophy? Should be challenging for a spot on the team. And, I wouldn't go that far. I'm really not buying the Norris Trophy thing. But definitely I think he's made amazing strides in terms of improvement. And utilizing his size, not only to play a physical role, but he's a great skater. Obviously, there were talks about him going number one over Tavares, and for the last 4 years, it's been like, he'll do something great, then it'll be some boneheaded turnover. And it's funny because I had really good seats because they're really cheap at the Forum, and I was watching him. I was about 20 rows up, so I got great. I had a great sight line of him. In the Lightning defensive zone, my seats were in their defensive zone for 2 periods, the first and third, and he sees the ice better than he ever has. And the first time he had the puck behind the net, I said, "Oh, here comes a turnover!" And a couple of the people, they were laughing because that's become the norm. But he was composed. I don't think he had a turnover last night, to be honest with you. I'll pull up the stats right now, but he's taken steps in his improvement. And the Lightning are playing amazing hockey right now. They are, they got off to a hot start last year. So I'm not totally buying the hot start, but they've improved their goaltending. Tyler Johnson's amazing. Anyone that watched him play in the 2010 World Juniors can tell you that. Stamkos is obviously one of the elite players in the game. That's everyone that my mother can tell you that. And I think this is a team that if they're playing for each other, Cooper's a good coach. And they're 5-2 on the season. And Bishop's 5-0, I believe. And if Lindback can play moderately decent, having those two, and that's a pretty good, 1-2 tandem between the pipes. And it's the tallest goaltending tandem in the league, if nothing else. They're both over 6'5", I know that. And I think Victor Hedman can be the straw that stirs the drink. My whole thing the last couple of years, since their conference finals run, was they need a goalie. They need to improve their defense. And the bottom line is Bishop's playing amazing. I think a lot of that has to do with the defense from him. If Hedman can continue to develop and be, he's 6'6", he's a big boy, and he's an amazing skater. And if he can improve his puck skills and just not screw up. This is a team that can make some noise. They play in the Florida East Division, the Florida Northeast Division, which was an absolute fix by the league because the amount of snowbirds you're looking at one that live in Florida from Boston and Montreal and Ottawa, Buffalo, and between Tampa and in South Florida is it's a high number. Victor Hedman had no giveaways last night. He had 4 takeaways, so that's we'll see what happens. But anyway, if Stamkos can do his thing, Bishop keeps up the hot streak, and Hedman can just fill in and be who they thought he was when they drafted number 2 in the draft. This is a team that'll make some noise through the year, and I'm happy. And this could very well be my last year in Florida, and I'd like to see a high quality Tampa Bay Lightning team while I'm here. Anyway, that's all I got for this episode of the Power Play of CJ on Victor Hedman being the proverbial Reggie Jackson style straw that stirs the drink for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.